Welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be the singles matches of the final week out here in Monastir of this trip. I also played doubles, but that's going to be in a following video. Can I finish strong? Let's see. Before we get into the first match, I was checking out the YouTube analytics the other day and I saw that over 80% of you are not subscribed. It's a slight improvement from last week, but we can do better. Subscribing only takes a second, doesn't cost you anything, and if you do so, your chances of winning your next match will skyrocket. So go down, click that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything, and let's get into this first match. Alright guys, so the first round qualifying of this tournament was against a lefty British guy, and this is also included in the matches that I lost footage for. So gonna have to just talk about it. So this lefty British guy, he was alright, like he had decent strokes, but anytime he wanted to go for his shot or if he wanted to initiate something, he wasn't able to execute it consistently. And also I think I played pretty well, so it was quite straightforward for most of the match. Point of the match, starting strong with a good wide serve and then finishing with the forehand into the open court. Playing against a lefty, you kind of have to adapt the returns a bit. I usually split step a bit over to the left because of the spin coming the other way. So I'm always favoring the side, like the left side. And I'm kind of like asking him the question, can he hit that like due side wide and ad side tee? So this guy, he had a very spinny forehand, a lot of rotations, but he couldn't really get much pace on it. But throughout most of the match, his forehand was just kind of spinny and was able to create a lot of width off it. But on this point, he was able to really unleash a big inside-out forehand. If he hit more of those type of forehands, yeah, I would have struggled a lot more. So this guy's backhand was pretty solid actually, and sometimes he was able to step in and hit it very fast and flat cross court, and I actually found it tougher to deal with his backhand, so I was changing quite often onto his forehand and I was getting a lot of short balls where I was able to hit and come in, or as you see in this point, hit that drop shot. Managed to get a pretty early break in the first set to go 3-1 up, and then my opponent, he raised his intensity and he played a couple of pretty good points in this next game, like this one here, to get the break back to go 3-2. The biggest difference I think in this match was that I was getting some free points on my serve and he wasn't. after a couple of games returning his serve, I started to really get into his service games because I knew where he was serving. He was just going to go for that lefty slice, and it wasn't the best of lefty slices, so I was always going to be in his service games. So I managed to break him again here at 5-2 to take the set. I used the serve and volley quite well throughout this match, especially off that slice wide, because I knew the return off his backhand was only really going to come middle. In this point here, you can see he doesn't serve the slice wide. It kind of goes like to my forehand, but I don't have to cover the tee if he's serving like this, because it's still coming into me. So this is part of the reason why I was able to break him so often, because I only really had to cover one side. It was from this game here where I started to become really confident in my game. I knew that I was holding pretty easily, and I knew that I can kind of go for my shots more in the returns because I didn't feel that pressure from him when he was serving. Here's another example of the serve and volley off that slice wide serve, the return coming middle, and then the easy put away volley. This was the first time in the match he actually hit an accurate tee serve on the outside. If he hit more of those, I would have struggled to return the wide one more. At this point I was cruising, 5-love up, and my opponent started to play a lot better. Like you can see in this point, really going for his shots. Yeah, so my opponent keeps up the good level and he ends up bringing it back to 5-3. So at this point there's a lot of pressure on me. Under a bit of pressure, 5-3 after the guy comes back from 5-love, but I managed to play 3 very solid points in that game to serve it out. Alright, so against this lefty Swedish guy, managed to get it done with a score quite straightforward. But the match was not a straightforward match because he was a good player, and a lot of the games were pretty close. Went to his advantage, and I managed to get most of them. The biggest difference in this match, I think, was on his service games. As the match went on, I was able to get into more and more of them because his serve was quite predictable, and also it wasn't good enough. Like some other lefties have predictable serves, but they hit it so well that even if I know where it's going, it's difficult to deal with. His one wasn't at that level, so I was able to get into every single one of his service games once I knew that. But credit to him for fighting back at the end. Like the beginning of the second set, I was so locked in, played really good until 5-love. Then maybe my focus dropped a little bit on a few points, and he took advantage of that. He raised his intensity and he fought back. So credit to him for that. Just a quick announcement for those of you who haven't watched the last video. I've launched a Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a platform in which you can support me on my journey. It kind of works like buying me a coffee once a month. And by doing so, members will gain access to exclusive content such as full unedited matches. And also you can become a bigger part of this journey. You can help me make decisions going forward regarding my tennis career and also regarding the content of this channel. So if you'd like to help me play more of these tournaments and produce more content like this, go check out the link in the description and become a bigger part of this journey. Yeah, so out here on center court once again and starting strong with a good first serve. My opponent had a pretty good serve and I struggled to return it, not because of the speed, but because it kicked up pretty high. Like he was able to get like it kicking into the court and it was jumping up, so I wasn't able to time it well, especially throughout the first set. In the first half of this first set, we both had a pretty high first serve percentage and we were both holding pretty easily. A really good point here from both of us, and I think I did everything right, and then came into the net and my opponent hit a really good lob and I just missed this shot. Would have been epic if I made that. Yeah, at this point, it's a great point from my opponent, but I gave a couple of short balls that allowed him to step in and take time away from me. point here. It was 15-30 and 4-3 to me. And I managed to just about get this to set up break points for me to go up 5-3. So I managed to get the break there to go 5-3. It's fun with the Irish boys supporting me. Got so much energy behind me. In this 5-3 game, I was in control of every single point that I lost. So it was quite frustrating to lose these couple of points where definitely I should be finishing these balls.
You're completely in control.
And here I actually had set point and I was on the return but just missed it wide. Alright, so it's raining right now. It was in the middle of the first set. Well, I mean, towards the end of the first set. We stopped initially at 5-all, 15-all. Managed to hold, and then just started raining. So, back off after just like 5 points. But yeah, that's part of the tennis life. A lot of unpredictable things happen, like, you know, rain. Because there's no indoor course, so you always gotta just wait until it's dry. I think they're gonna cancel for today because it's raining pretty heavy and I don't think it's gonna dry anytime soon. Yeah, so we'll be back at it tomorrow. Big serve and big forehand there that just clips the line from my opponent. And he manages to take that first set. Like that return miss just there, like it was on my racket. Definitely not a return I should be missing. And I missed a couple of those in this first set. My opponent had a really high percentage of winning the point when he made this out wide serve on the ad side. So yeah, it's like a new set, and my opponent started strong in that new set, but I have to reset. I can't be thinking about the last set. I gotta be just focusing on the point that I'm playing, staying in the moment. Great deep ball there from my opponent to set up that easy forehand from the middle. Opponent also had a very good backhand line, and he won a lot of points from that shot. See you here in this point again, with this ad wide serve, and here he kicks it up really high, and I'm way out to the side of the court. He has a forehand from the middle of the court, and he's in a dominant position from there. So did a great job holding from low 40 there. This point here is another example of my opponent's great backhand line. One of my balls ends up dropping a little bit short, and he takes full advantage of that. Now at this point I'm actually down 15-40. At another crucial game for either my opponent to go up 5-3 or me to bring it back to 4-all.
Yeah, come on.
See the importance of that last hold. I ended up breaking here to go 5-4 up, and if I had lost that previous game, my opponent would have been 5-3 up serving for the match. So quite a big change after that big hold from low 40. Here, I learned from my mistake of the first set, and I managed to serve out the set.
Yeah! Come on, Mark.
Now at 1-set-all, it's a tiebreak up to 10 to decide the match.
Let's go. So smart, so smart. Let's go.
Right here is one that I'm not happy about. I'm in the rally, it's in a neutral position, and then I have two forehands that I just kind of push cross court, and one of them, my opponent, credit to him, he takes it on and goes for that big shot down the line. Here, serving at 5-8, it's a really crucial point. Either I bring it back to 8-6 within close range, or my opponent wins it and then has 4 straight match points. And I actually play a great point here. Hit a good forehand, come in, hit a decent volley, and then my opponent somehow hits a great lob, and I'm in an awkward position. I do what I can with it. He comes in, and then a really terrible lob from me. Bring match point down. My opponent hits a great return right at my feet, runs around and nails the inside out forehand. Yeah, fair play to him. He really took on his shots in the tight moments. Yeah, he had the courage to go for some shots that I didn't in that match tiebreak, so well deserved. Yeah, as you guys saw, tough loss there, that last round qualies. Yeah, good player. I mean, he actually had a very good win also in the first round qualifying. He beat a French guy who has a career high of like 700, and that French guy made quarterfinal of the last tournament. So he is playing good, and for most of the match, yeah, I'm happy about the way I was playing, but I gotta be able to put away these matches put away these sets when I'm ahead. Anyway, on to the next. Okay, everyone, so that wraps it up for the singles of this tournament and for the whole trip. As you saw there, lost a tough last round qualifying match there in the match tiebreak. Yeah, once again, a tough match to lose, and a bit disappointed there at the end, because in that match tiebreak, I was a bit passive, which is not really like me. Normally, I'm actually quite aggressive, even on the big moments, but I guess the nerves kind of got to me. I was a bit passive. I was kind of just waiting for him to miss, and then only if he gave me like a sitting ball, then I was finishing or coming in. But I definitely could have been a lot more aggressive in that match tiebreak, and I think that's how I should be. That's what my mentality should be. I shouldn't be waiting for him to miss. I should be looking to initiate something myself. So that's a lesson I can learn going forward. I think after that match, I kind of have this like decision with myself that I don't want to lose a match in a way that it's not on my racket. From now on going forward, if I'm going to lose the match, I want it to be that I lose it, but it's on my racket. So either I'm going for my shots and missing, or I'm going for it and I'm making them and winning. So yeah, different kind of learning. It's not like a technical thing, not really a tactical thing, kind of just a mental switch that I'm thinking of after this match. But still, from this whole trip, a lot of positives. I think I'm definitely playing better this last week than I was the first week. This last match, even though I lost, throughout most of the match, I was playing well. I think one thing that I'm quite proud about is when I was down in my service games, when I was down break point, I served well. I think there were a lot of games where I was down 15-40 or even low 40, and I held serve, which was pretty big. A lot of break points, though, that I didn't take. And for kind of the same reason as the match tiebreak, I was passive, kind of just waiting and not really doing anything. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to look to change going forward. Always going to try to have the result of the point on my racket. Playing the way I should be playing, and If I miss, it's because I'm just not good enough. I need to be able to execute it more consistently. And if I make it, you know, all good. Then I'm winning the point. So, okay, so if you guys like the video, hit the like. If you want to support the channel and follow me on this journey, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything. And actually next week, gonna be the video of the doubles of this tournament. So stay tuned for that. We actually did pretty well. So look out for that video. Yep, that will be all for this video. Until next time. Salam. Peace.